In closing, I would recommend the following pieces of advice. When you enter your room to do your all-state audition, do not rush your setup. I think there's generally a feeling of wanting to accommodate the judge, knowing that they're busy and really trying to be as nice as possible to show yourself well. But if you rush, especially with the timpani, you're set up too quickly, the drums will not be in the position that you can best access them, and you'll either end up hitting the rims or hitting areas of the drum that you don't wish. So you don't want to be slow in your setup, but as you're getting the drums adjusted for you, just take the moment that's needed to actually make sure that they're in the position that you need for them to be able to do your very best. Now, some people stand when they play, some people sit. If you are a person who sits, I recommend taking your chair to the audition. You don't want to take the chance that the chair that they have at the audition is a little taller or a little bit shorter than what you're used to. It's not really all that inconvenient, and it just gives you a point of consistency, and you'll have a chance to maybe score a higher mark, so to speak, because you're used to that particular height than if you actually take the chance to sit on someone else's chair and you are not used to that particular height. Have a consistent way that you start the piece. In the way that I do it, I have a method for thinking of quarter note equals 104. So I think of that tempo, and then I'm thinking those beats, and then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, I go. So it's always the same every time. Whatever your system is, just make it the same every time, because then when it's time for you to do your audition, you'll have, again, another point of consistency. You're not leaving something up in the air as to how you're going to actually get started, and it will be a good way for you to, again, be consistent and to feel like you're doing really well. Practice techniques. I think this is important to consider, and especially in this particular etude. So we think of music, and what is music? Music is high and low, music is fast and slow, and music is loud and soft. So with a piece like this, I get a chance to explore all of those qualities. I like to practice playing this piece faster than it needed to go. I like to practice playing it slower than it needed to go. And that gives me a perspective then when I actually play it at the tempo that it's supposed to go. Likewise, if I play it louder than I'm supposed to or softer than I'm supposed to, again, it gives me a very important perspective. Now, kind of a unique one for timpani. Make all the notes go one note higher, or make all the notes go one note lower. The drums feel different when you play them at the different pitches. So for instance, rather than being F, B flat, E flat, G, make your drums be G, C, F, A. And you'll notice it feels different. I think that difference is worth exploring, and it will give you kind of a sense of touch that I think is important. Conversely, go a step lower than you need to. So rather than F, do an E flat, do an A flat, do a D flat, do an F up here, and you will, again, it will feel different, and I think that difference is worth learning about. So kind of a fun way to practice, I think, and to just kind of explore the way these instruments are feeling.